everybody. Today we will show you the cooperative mode of escape, which uses a system of swarm cards like this one. These cards carry the name of an airlock and have a colored token symbol. There are 3 colors of token: black, green, or blue. Each of these tokens will represent a swarm, not visible in the beginning and appearing throughout the game. These tokens all have 6 points of movement. The black ones can move diagonally. The green ones can go through walls. And the blue ones don't have any special abilities, just 6 points of movement. Here's the basics. These tokens will only reveal themselves when resistance members have line of sight on them. The first scenario of this cooperative mode consists of getting on airlocks 4 and 2 to destroy their terminals. In order to win, you will have to destroy these 2 terminals and survive in only 6 turns. At the beginning of every turn, the first thing to do is to draw 3 cards to determine the infestation. Here we have 2 green tokens. One will be on airlock 4, the other on airlock 2, and we also have a blue token placed on airlock 4 as well. Tokens will be activated at the end of the resistance turn in the following order: first the black ones, then the green ones, and finally the blue ones. We start the turn with Alice. Here, in solo mode, we will play all the characters of the resistance. If you are several players, each will play 1 miniature, leading to funnier situations since everybody won't play the same way. With Alice, we will use 3 movement points, then try to hack the door. She has an intelligence of 3, so she uses one of her intelligence actions to hack the door. 3 plus 4 equals 7. It's more than the 5 points of the door, so it opens and gets in a hacked mode. We then use the 2 movement points left and try to hack this door, which is going to be more difficult with its 7 points. We need 4 or more to do it. With only 3, our second intelligence action is lost, but the third one allows us to hack it. Then Jimmy comes in and uses 4 movement points. He benefits from Alice's command and tries to hack this remote door. As long as Jimmy is in the zone next to Alice, his intelligence will be 3. 4 plus 3 equals 7. He hacks the door. Since we only used 4 of the 7 movement points of Jimmy, we can still use 2 and bring him here. Then Freedom arrives, takes Jimmy's remaining movement point, and he can move thanks to Jimmy's piloting ability. To finish, we will activate Duncan, then Ashton, placed right behind Alice. The activation of our fighters is done. We can now activate the bots. Since there are no black tokens, we start activating the green ones. They arrive on the airlock square closest to the minis. We move the token. It can go through doors with no problems and is automatically revealed since it is in Jimmy's line of sight. We have 3 worm bots. The first one goes on the token square, and the others go as close as they can to their opponents in the adjacent squares. This way, the worm bots will be in contact with Jimmy during the hand-to-hand phase. We carry on with the movement phase of the AI. The blue token doesn't have any special abilities, so it will move 2 squares, using one of its movement points to open the door, then finishing its 6-square movement. Then, the second green token will arrive. All activation and movement phases of the bots are done, so we get to their offensive phase, still in the same order: black, green, and then blue. These 2 worm bots only have one hand-to-hand target available: Jimmy. He will simply defend himself. Since he has 2 fighting points, he can dodge each of these actions. Each bot has 1 fighting point. We roll this black die, representing Jimmy's dodge, and the white die, representing the bot's attack. We start with this one, so Jimmy gets a 5, plus his 2 in attack, so he has 7. The bot gets a 4, plus its 1, equals 5. It doesn't hit Jimmy. The second worm bot attacks and also fails to get a total high enough to hurt Jimmy, who doesn't lose health points. Here's the end of the first turn. The second turn begins, and since our objectives are pretty far, we take the decision to split our group in 2, as in every good horror movie. We will make Alice go into this direction to destroy the terminal, and the rest of the team, Freedom, Jimmy, and Duncan, will go in that direction to destroy the other terminal. First thing to do before activating our characters is to draw the 3 swarm cards. There will be a black swarm in airlock 4, a green one in the high security airlock, and a blue one also in this airlock. We place them right away, a blue and green swarms in the high security airlock, and a black one also in airlock 4. These swarms are always drawn randomly, so we don't know what's in it. Now we activate each of our miniatures in any order. First we activate Alice, moving 2. We check what's under, put a flask of nitro on her card, and move away in order to be further from the swarms of the high security airlock. We move Ashton 5 squares. Then we activate Jimmy and try to destroy the wormbot here. Every wormbot has a defense of 2 plus an attack of 1. We roll Jimmy's die. 2 plus his 2 fighting points equals 4. It's enough to destroy the wormbot. It's important to note that Jimmy will always destroy the wormbots unless he has a 1 in his roll. We attack the second wormbot by rolling a die and manage to destroy it too. Obviously the bot's strength is in their number. Here we reveal what's on the square to see if the object interests us or not. We move to it and take it. Then we try to hack this door. Difficulty of 7, we need a 5 or more. We succeed to open it. When we open the door, the blue token is revealed and a Scarabot appears. The only characteristics of a Scarabot is that they have 3 armor points, so we need a 3 or more to destroy them with our 2 fighting point characters. Jimmy used 2 movement points, so we can go on 3, 4, and 5. We used our 2 attacks and 5 of our movements. We keep the 2 movement points remaining so we will be able to move Freedom thanks to the pilot ability. We move Freedom 6 points, then we activate Duncan. Use 4 movement points, then try to attack and destroy the bot. 3. By spending 1 fighting action, he succeeds in destroying the Scarabot. He also expends all his movement points to come here. We activated all of the minis. Now it's time for the bots. First, as explained before, we start with the black ones. The token moves here and reveals itself. There are 3 flying bots coming as close as they can to their target. No black bots in game, we activate our green minis, the worm bots. Then the token is getting closer to its nearest target, Ashton. It arrives and reveals itself. Only 1 bot appears. But as we draw the 1 bot cards from the pile, there will be more and more 3 bot cards after. This one is revealed, and precisely, there are 3 bots. Finally, we activate the blue token, which comes here for 1 movement point, opens the door for a 2nd point, and reveals itself since Ashton now sees it. Here we have 3 stars. It represents the rank of the creature arriving. The only 3-star profile at the ISC in blue is the blue Ricochet, so the blue Ricochet is coming. All the AI movements are over. We get to the attack phase. As usual, we start with the black ones, so the flybots, then the green ones, the wormbots, and finally the blue ones. We activate the flybots. The only possible target is Freedom because his Scrambler ability makes Jimmy and Duncan invisible to their opponents. 2 flybots attack Freedom. Freedom can have Jimmy's fighting actions in addition to his own, so he can dodge each of the 2 first attacks. Freedom's dodge will be represented by the black die, and the white one is for the flybot's attack. The flybot has 1 fighting point. He gets a 3. Freedom has 2 fighting points, so he has a total of 6. The attack of the first flybot has failed. Now the attack of the second flybot. It fails again since Freedom has 2 fighting points. On the other hand, he has used up all his dodge actions. No more black bots on the table. It's now the turn of the green bots, also known as the worm bots. First we activate this one to hit Freedom, and since he doesn't have fighting actions anymore, he won't be able to dodge this attack. 5 plus 1 equals 6, minus 2 for Freedom's fighting points. He's going to take 4 damages. Now we get to this fight over here. All green bots can target both characters. We have the choice. First, we decide to make these 2 green ones hit Alice to see how she handles it. She has 2 attack points, so she's going to dodge, represented by the black die. and the white die is for the wormbot's attack. The first bot attacks. Nothing happens as a result of both dice rolls, plus the attack points is 4. Attack of the second bot, Alice dodges again, but this time we have a total of 7. 6 plus 1. Alice has a 3. 1 plus 2. Her first dodge was a success, but this time she's going to take damages. 7 minus 3 equals 4, so she takes 4 damages. Since she has a protection of 1 thanks to a shield icon, she only gets 3 damages. For the 2 remaining wormbots, we decide that the first one will hit Alice. She can't dodge anymore, but she won't be hit because the result of 1 plus 1 equals Alice's fighting points. The last bot will also try to hit Alice. This time, the result is 1 and 3, so the total of 4. Alice has 2 points, plus 1 shield, so she takes 1 damage. 4 minus 3. Every green token fighter has been activated during this phase, so we get to the only blue one on the table, the Ricochet. He has 3 attack points, and the only available target is Ashton. We decide to dodge all of its attacks. As before, Ashton is the black die, and the Ricochet, the white one. Each fighter has 3 attack points, so the result of the dice will determine the damages taken by Ashton. Here, Ashton gets a 6, and the Ricochet, a 1. Nothing happens. The second attack of the Ricochet is another failure, since he had a 1 when Ashton got a 3. Ashton can dodge the third attack again since he didn't use his action points. This time, there is a 2-point difference, so Ashton takes 2 damages and he uses his 3 fighting actions to dodge. Here is the end of the second turn. You saw the mechanics of the cooperative game, and as you saw it, it might be very difficult for the resistance to go through and complete its objectives. See you in the next video where we will detail more on the scenarios and missions playable in cooperative or solo mode. Thank you for your attention and more importantly for your support during this Kickstarter campaign. Don't miss out on this great opportunity.